In 2018, Nevada is one of 5 states holding primaries today to decide who will face off in November. Hillary Clinton won the state in 2016, and Democrats are hoping to repeat that success come midterms. Steve Sebelius is a political analyst at our CBS affiliate in Las Vegas, KLAS. Steve, thank you very much for joining us. So,
glad to be here.
You bet. Well, as you know very well, the state is trending blue. Hillary Clinton won, as we mentioned. Why the shift?
Well, it's been a long time coming, although Democrats have outnumbered Republicans for years here in various numbers, up to 100,000. Now we're down to about 62,000 more Democrats than Republicans. And I think you're seeing some of the demographic shifts, especially down here in Las Vegas. Clark County is the most populous part of the state. You're seeing those demographic shifts that you're seeing in other places across the country that trend more Democratic.
I want to talk a little bit about Senator Dean Heller. He has a little bit of competition in his primary. Congresswoman Jackie Rosen is expected to be his opponent in the fall. How important is this seat, especially when you're looking at the makeup of the Senate?
Yeah, it's very important. I mean, the Senate's now divided 51 to 47, really 51 to 49, and this could be one of the seats that kind of shifts the Senate toward the Democrats. I mean, it's one of the very few bright spots. The Democrats have to defend 26 seats across the country, 10 in states that Donald Trump won. Dean Heller's repeatedly been called the most vulnerable senator. He won re-election in 2012, or I'm sorry, he won election to the Senate in 2012 by the lowest margin of any senator in the entire country that year. And so he's considered a vulnerable candidate here, and it's one of the few areas that Democrats are looking at as a potential pickup.
So what do you think the Democrat strategy will be to defeat Heller in the midterms?
Well, I think, first of all, they want to exploit some of the issues that he's kind of flip-flopped on. He was one of the people who voted for bipartisan immigration reform. Now he says he won't sign any DACA bill that President Trump doesn't also support. He said on health care he would not vote for anything that reduced coverage. He later voted for a bill that would reduce coverage, that skinny repeal bill. So there's a lot of things like that they can exploit. But I think also the Senator Heller's relationship with President Trump, which has also seen some shifts. He in the 2016 election all but said he was not going to vote for Donald Trump. All but said that. After the election, he revealed he voted for Trump, and now he's talking like they are best friends. And so I think those are areas that Democrats are definitely going to try to exploit.
You know, Nevada Democrats also hope to get the governor's office for the first time in 20 years. When you're looking at Clark County Commission colleagues, Steve Sisolak versus June Giuliani, who actually goes by Chris G, much easier when you're talking in TV terms. So, each hope to battle GOP candidate Adam Laxalt. Who has the edge here?
Well, that's a great question. There are people in this state, including former Senator Reid, who still in retirement is running the Democratic Party in many ways, who say Steve Sisolak will run better in the general against Adam Laxalt. He's more moderate. He'll run better in the rural areas and in that critical area in Washoe County where Reno is located. That's the key to so many elections, statewide elections for Democrats. There's other people, though, progressives, who say that June Giuliani is going to be a much better contrast with Adam Laxalt and that she'll be able to exploit issues that Steve Sisolak would not, most particularly the Raider Stadium, for which Steve Sisolak led the charge to give $750 million in public funds to build that stadium here in Las Vegas. June Giuliani opposed that, and Adam Laxalt at the time was supported by somebody who was very much in favor of that stadium, Sheldon Adelson, who owns the Venetian Casino down here. So that issue would go away in the general election.
Steve, Nevada saw the worst mass shooting in modern American history last year. How has the Las Vegas strategy played into the race this year?
Well, in the governor's race, it has played a really big role. June Giuliani found a survey that Steve Sisolak had answered, in which he got an A- rating from the NRA. And I think voters have heard about that roughly 10.5 million times on television ads that have been airing on our station and others. Steve Sisolak makes a lot of hay out of going down to the site of that shooting. He says he was there the day of the shooting, went there, saw the carnage, and that it changed his perspective. He's now in favor of banning assault weapons, banning bump stocks, banning silencers, and implementing our stalled background check initiative in this state. So he's really come a little bit to the left on that issue, and June Giuliani has made that a big part of her campaign.
Steve Sebelius, thank you for joining us, Steve.
Great to be here.